All right, and we're back on YouTube for bonus footage. Real quickly, I've
Do you
got a
have a
question.
bonus question?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
And
okay.
I didn't get a chance to talk about homelessness at all.
No, you
And
didn't.
that's directly what's near and dear to my heart. So I
Okay.
got a question for you.
Sure.
What exactly is taking place within your administration or amongst while you're here in office as mayor? What are you doing to assure that gentrification is happening with justice for the homeless individuals downtown?
Well, we have started about a year ago a mayor's task force on homelessness, and we brought into it people like Steve Whitaker at John 316, for example. And we brought in the Tulsa Metropolitan Ministry, the Zero Foundation, all the groups that have a lot to do with dealing with homelessness, plus the concept of totally eliminating homelessness. We have started first upon the veterans, because unfortunately there's a significant number of veterans that are homeless. So we're dealing with that issue. The police, especially in the downtown area, have a good opportunity where they get to know who the people are, who the homeless are. We also get to go to them and talk to them about, here's what we can do to help you. Here's places to go, things to do, and we'll provide you some help. And not just to get out of the street and find a place to live, but there's certain groups and foundations that are providing job training, counseling, financial assistance, mental health issues, because there's a tremendous amount of mental health issue that is involved in the homeless issue. So it's a very, very difficult problem, but it's one that does have not 100% solution, but quite a bit of good solutions given time. Providing a person a good place to live where it's safe is a very important first step. I think you've got to go the next 2 or 3, 4 or 5 steps. If they have a mental health issue, that's got to be dealt with. If they have a financial issue, that has to be dealt with. If they have difficulty getting a job and holding a job, that's another
Transportation.
issue. Transportation is a huge problem. Thank you for reminding me of that. So all of these have to be dealt with, but they have to be dealt with in a coordinated fashion that is easily accessible to that person, because transportation usually is something that they have a lot of difficulty with.
Very much so. What's your thought about it?
It
Why'd
sounds.
you ask this question?
Well, a lot of that sounds nice. A lot
Yeah.
of it does. A lot of it does. And
Okay,
that's the general plan, and I hope that it can be followed through on a lot of different levels.
We think it can,
Yeah.
and we think it is. I've seen it happen, and it is nice, but it's also truthful. And I have seen it where it works very, very well.
Not all the living
Not all.
facilities are safe.
No, I know that.
Where we're housing and giving people homes and apartment complexes and things are not safe. I have had not just one, but more than one client, because I'm a private practice licensed professional counselor, who has been raped in one of those facilities. And there's prostitution going on and drug deals all the time. So the people that are running it are some of the people we're talking about, are providing these areas of supposedly safe housing, and they're actually not all the time.
Have they been turned in? I mean, I assume.
Well, some people don't want to report
That's a problem. People have
that
to.
they're being raped or drug deals. What do you think, Drew? Because Drew's in, actually, that's his main focus. One of the main focuses he's in at John 3 is search and rescue in homeless. He goes out into the bridges and all those things. And
Well, I think that you're right. I mean, there are a lot of people for different reasons that don't want to, they can't report, that they wouldn't want to report because they're scared for their life, or they're scared of overcrowding in malls, and they think that someone's going to come back out again. They're like, okay, well, yeah, and then also I don't want to lose the place.
Their place to live. They're afraid to do that.
Yeah, we try to coach them through and try to help them feel protected, and those it seems like they're big city issues that are starting to come here.
Oh yeah,
That
well, they
have
are. I mean, we're a big city. We have those issues.
And then we don't need to be housing our mental health people that should be getting mental health treatment in our jail either.
I couldn't agree with you more.
So, you know,
We've seen too often where those that have mental health issues are treated very poorly, and obviously, and they're not getting decent, even reasonably decent treatment. They're just stuck in a box, essentially.
possibly without any medication either.
Right, no medication, and they're hurt, and it's been terrible.
My question is, briefly, do we have a second?
Got about a minute. Yeah.
What's your long-term goal for yourself? Do you have written goals? Do you have 5, 10-year goals? What's your long-term goal?
I don't have written goals because things change so frequently, especially with something like mayor's office.
Uh-huh. What about personally?
Personal goals, that's a hard question really sometimes. It's kind of funny.
I'm going to have to coach you on some goal writing techniques, I guess.
Well, I'm not good at writing down goals because things change so frequently, and they can change. Certainly, basic concepts like being honest,
Uh-huh.
and frequency of returning to places that we tried to help, not just saying how I'll help you and then leave, but make certain we come back, that we continue to evolve in a certain place. We're trying to do some good things. But main reason I ran for office initially, and this is still the same, is economic development, job creation. So many aspects of what we need in the community. If there's a job that's not involved with it, usually it's not going to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
So job creation, both at a personal level, but as well as being mayor, that's a very, very, very important goal.
And you have a new